Greetings and welcome back. We are playing Distant Worlds Universe. So, are we ready for the great unpausing? I think we are, so let's get this thing going. And we will go up to 4x speed, just to get things going a little bit quicker. How's that sound? It's sounding a bit loud in my headphones. Hang on. Let's bring that down a bit. And resume. Yeah, it's a little better. Okay, our spaceport's getting built really quick. Okay, and here's our friendly neighborhood pirates. Well, unfriendly neighborhood pirates, I guess. And they're asking for 260 credits a month. Excellent. If we would have left our taxes up and this cash flow was like 5 grand or something, that probably easily would have been doubled. We would have been paying like 500, 600 credits a month instead of 260. So that's one reason that I dropped the taxes. So we'll pay that. Okay, so we've paid them off, and we'll ensure that your ships do not suffer any unfortunate accidents until our next fee is due. Unfortunate accidents being in quotes. Okay. And our spaceport is now done. So at 4x speed, everything happens like real quick. And because we didn't tweak anything out, everything is nice and small and is building really fast. So that's the idea of not loading yourself down too much in the beginning. Okay, so I'm just going to pause here for a second and just have a quick look here. Because we started at normal, what was that setting? Normal home system quality. We started about 2,800 or 2.8 billion people, something like that. I think the next one up you start at about 4.5, and the next one up, which is excellent, starts you a little over 5 billion, something like that. So by cranking that slider down on your home system quality determines on how many people you start with. And if you go right down to harsh, you barely got 1 billion people, and that's a really hard, long game to get going. So just keep that in mind if you're playing with that slider. So we got 10% colony growth, which is about what I was expecting out of this. So that's good. And 85% quality on our homeworld. And it's 29.0, which means our colony is going to grow up to be a fair size. Probably a little over 20 billion, maybe 22, 23, somewhere in there, I would think. And their quality being 85, that drives the value of the planet, and then which in turn drives the GDP that's collected off it and all that good stuff. And then we tax off the GDP sort of thing. Okay, so our spaceport is finished, so let's come into our construction queues. And if you've followed me in other series, you know I do not use this screen at all. It just doesn't allow me to pick where all this stuff gets built. It just throws at whatever spaceport happens to be closest or has the best resources or whatever. But I kind of like to come into this screen. And once you get more spaceports than that, they're all listed here, and you can sort of pick and choose. And yeah, so we start with 4 construction bays, usually 3. So that's been tweaked out a bit. Again, designs were one of the tweaks in the AI mod. Okay, so we'll build an exploration ship. This is one of the designs we tweaked out. So we'll get that going. Okay. And our friendly neighborhood pirates are probably coming over there. Nope. And this is just a pop-up saying we avoided the pirate raid because we paid them off. In the past, there were rumors of secret visits from the stars, blah, 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 blah. If you want to read all that, you can pause the video. And let's see how the pirates do with these slugs. Should be not bad, I think. Yeah, they're killing those pretty quick. Excellent, that's what I'm paying them for. Alright. And there's our research station. And constructing research station, huge boost to our research efforts. And we did not get a scientist with it. That kind of sucks. But there was a chance that we could have. Hopefully one will be along soon and we'll be able to utilize them. But nope, we didn't get it. So, oh well. We'll see how that works out. Oh, we're up to 12 billion, or 13% now. Excellent. Okay, and Starship constructed. That's our explorer that just came off the assembly line. So what we want to do now is, I guess, come over and see what's on this planet right here. Because that's probably going to be our fuel source with any luck at all. So we'll move him over there. And yes, it is. It's our fuel source. Perfect. So because we have a fuel source right beside us, what that's probably going to do quite shortly is it's going to actually kickstart a private sector. And when private sector, this is our private sector over here, when they start building ships, it gives us spaceport income because they use our military spaceport in order to build the ships, and it's a fee for them to do that. And I believe they buy all their resources and all that kind of stuff, and that's translated into spaceport income. So when that hits us, we'll get an influx of cash. So we're just going to wait it out and try to hopefully get that before we slip into the red. Okay, so where should our explorer go next? Where is that abandoned ship? That's way down here. There's an abandoned ship here. And I'd like to beeline and get that ASAP, because if the pirates get it, it causes a huge amount of problems for your pre-warp game. When you don't have shields or armor on your ships and you got low-end weapons, the pirates will pretty much rip through everything you have. So it's kind of important to get that. So I see we got a couple planets on the way. We might as well see what's on these as we're coming down. I don't want to go too far out of the way. That looks like it's pretty much straight through, so we're going to make a pit stop here, I think. And we'll just explore that. Okay, so let's see how our construction ships are doing. 31 unbuilt, so we'll see how that's doing. And one thing I didn't show you, which I should show you right now, is the tweaks to the colonization tree. As you can see, this is quite a bit different from vanilla. We still have to get our initial colonization tech. But after that, we come out here, and these are all the different planet types here. So before, you came out and you had a couple here, and then a couple more types here, and then volcanics and oceans were way out here. So you had to do a whole bunch of research to actually get out to volcanic. What they've done now is our continental colonization project size is 240K. Pretty cheap. Marshy swamp is 480. But then you come down to volcanic, and that is 3840K. It's going to take a pile of research to actually get that. But before we can even do that, we have to come down and do storage systems in order to get any of that. So I'll have to. That's been tweaked out pretty good, and I kind of like this change. It's a really good one. And then before we can get to our terraforming facilities and all that, we're going to have to increase our cargo capacities again and satisfy that prerequisite before we can get into this. So that's the big change here. I meant to point that out earlier, but I kind of forgot. And let's see what our research stations are doing now. Okay, we're at 390. This spikes up initially in the game, but falls back. I'm not going to worry about matching that right now. I'm guessing that's going to fall back into the 300s before not too long. I'm not sure why this happens. I seem to see that happen in every game. So I'm just going to leave it for now. If it does happen to hold out and stay in the 400s, then I'll add some more energy labs or something. But for now, I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to go through the expense of tweaking it up just to end up losing that potential eventually anyways. I'm not sure why it does that, but we'll just carry on. Okay, 15 unbuilt. So the first thing we'll build is a gas mining station for there. Okay, so we'll do that right now. There's the private sector is kicked in. So if we come in, and there we go, spaceport income, 24K. And that's a good chunk of coin to keep us going for the early part of the game. So that's good. We can keep our taxes at 0 and grow our planet up a little bit. Now, keep in mind that I'm not looking to max out my planet. I'm just trying to get through the pre-warp. I might as well, because there's not much to do in the pre-warp, I don't really spend a whole lot of money, so I might as well drop the taxes and use that time to actually bloat our population a bit. And then later on, I'll even it off to a more reasonable level, and we'll bring the growth down a bit, and we'll work with it that way. Okay, so let's get this station up and running. Build the gas miner. And off we go. So he's going to go pick up resources, and he's going to come down here and start building. There's our explorer heading down. Again, I'm not going into great detail here. I've done that many times in my other playthroughs, and just for the sake of people who already have the game, I'm just going to sort of gloss over some stuff. So if you want to see some good detail, check out the extreme playthrough or the Boscar vanilla playthrough, and I get into some good detail there. I'll cover what I'm doing as I'm doing it, sort of thing. And we got the other construction ship done. Okay, so now down at one of these ruin sites, not that one, this one, there's an abandoned ship down here that needs to be repaired. It's heavily damaged, so we have to bring our construction ship down to actually repair that. But on the way, we might as well bring some supplies and build something. It's just a shame I don't know what's on these yet. But guaranteed I'm going to need whatever's on here. It's probably going to be helium. I'm thinking probably helium, and that's a very important thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to queue this up, and I'm just going to build the gas mining station here, regardless of quality or anything like that. And then once that's done, I'll come over and I'll repair that ship. So we'll just right click, build gas miner. Okay. Yeah, you might as well, actually we'll be able to tell once this explorer ship gets there. And if it's something that I really don't want, then I can redirect that construction ship, and I'll bring another one down for that repair. Okay, so we have got some iridium and some steel. So that's going to be a good location there to build stuff. Some more iridium and steel. And we don't know what that is, so I'll just quickly whip over and grab that. Okay, that's just steel. And now I'm just going to beeline over here and get that. I won't worry about checking out this gas giant. Okay, so there's our first mining station constructed. And again, if you want to read through all this blurb, you can pause the video and do so. It's just telling us we need to build more and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's pause and we'll come back up here. And we'll select our construction ship, and what else should we build? There's nothing else close by. So I'm thinking we should get steel. I'm thinking we'll just build a mining station there with that. Okay, and we'll carry on. Actually, hang on. Okay, now it's fine. I was thinking maybe if it was a better source on one of those other moons, I'd grab that, but basically I mine pretty much everything in my home system. Why not? Unless it's like 20% or something, but even something like silicon, if it shows up at 20%, I grab it anyways. It's a resource we need regardless of cost. You basically want the higher percentages, and you want all the pick one here that I know of. Ultimately, you want these values here to add up to more than at least 100%. 120 better would be optimal, but so once you get out into the galaxy and you see a bunch of like 22% stuff, don't go for those. That's it's kind of a waste of resources to build on those. And those percentages are mining rates, how fast stuff gets mined. Okay, so good. Looks like we're going to get that ship. And we just got armor, and we got shields just a bit earlier. So abandoned ship acquired. So we're going to have a quick look at it. And go to design, click on the design name, and this is all that's on this. Everything you need except warp cores. So it's a slow ship. It's not going to be useful for much else than defending, say, a homeworld or a mining station or something. And that's what we're going to do with it for now. We will disassemble it for a tech boost a little later, but I think what I'll do is I'll just bring it up and get it to patrol our gas mining station. Okay. Now, let's see what was on this. There's helium there. Okay, so let's grab our Explorer, maybe grab and see what that moon is. And then once that's done, I'm going to queue the next mission to move to there. And we'll just see what's on that one as well. Okay, we've got some lead on there. Okay, so we have entertainment systems. So we now have shields, armor, and entertainment systems. So we can tweak out some designs. And I think we'll do just that right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is upgrade our small spaceport. And I think I might actually rename that. Yeah, just call it a sector port or something. It just looks better than an SS, whatever. Okay, so it's going to be a Mark II, and we're going to need some armor on it. I'm not going to go too crazy. Say about 250. I'll put maybe 500 shields on it. And I'm also going to put that recreation center on. That's going to make our colony just a bit happier. And of course, life and HAB, which is where I'm missing it. There we go. And there we go. That's all we're going to do. So that gives us a bit of shields, a bit of armor. So if a pirate comes along, decides to pound on it, it's going to take them a bit more firepower to get to take it down. Okay, do the same here. Now, this eventually will have scientists on it, so we want to make sure that's well defended. But right now, we don't have any scientists. So I'm not going to tweak this out too much. Maybe 100 and, I don't know, maybe a 500. And that just prevents it from being destroyed right away. We'll at least have enough time to negotiate before it gets destroyed. Okay. And we'll save that. And I might wait on these. Maybe not. We'll upgrade them. I'll put 100 armor and I don't know, 600 shields. We're not going to have too many of these anyways initially, so I'm not too concerned about the cost of them. So that's all I'm going to do with these for now. And I just noticed I got to do our point defense or our weapon stances here. So we want to put 100. Oops, I already did that. I'm looking for shielding. There. And HAB and life. Now, that's the mining station. Let's just save that for a sec. Eventually, let's just go in here again. I'll want to tweak up maybe the number of docking bays on these gas stations, just so that if it's a refuel point, we'll be able to actually refuel our fleets really quick. Right now, not a big deal. We're not going to have much in the way of fleets, so I'm not going to worry about it. So that's armor and shields on all that stuff. I'm not going to worry about doing the... Actually, I might. I was thinking I wasn't going to worry about doing these, but I think maybe I better. I'm just going to hit the retrofit to latest on that. Because it is our fuel source, we do want it somewhat protected. Okay, so I'm going to grab our spaceport. And I am going to retrofit to a sector port. Okay, and then I am going to select our research station and retrofit. Yeah, I know that's coming off the side of the screen, but so that's some retrofits done. And these two stations that I'm about to build will have to be done too, but probably not so critical. Okay, let's just have a look at our messages. Okay, spaceport's done. And a research facility is done. Ooh, 3.7 billion now. Excellent. Just going to come in here for a sec and just double check that our recreation medical facilities are benefiting us. And yes, they are by +3. Perfect. +37 happiness. Yeah, -10 from our leader, but oh well. Can't do much about that unless we dismiss them, and I'm not going to do that. You can dismiss your leader at the very beginning of the game fairly safely. It doesn't have too many overtones or repercussions. And our explorer ship's done. Okay, let's have a look here. Okay, so I should have tweaked that design. I knew I wasn't gonna. Okay. Basically, I don't want that construction ship to build here now. I want it to build down here where the helium is. Unfortunately, I've upgraded that design, which means if I redirect him to build here, he's going to turn around and go get additional supplies. So the way we can work around that is to come back in here, and we will show all designs. I'm just going to temporarily obsolete both of these and re-enable both of those. So now if I redirect him, he should not turn around to go back for supplies. Let's just build a gas miner there, and hopefully that works. Yeah, he just changed his vector. Okay. Had I not done that trick, he would have turned around and went back to the homeworld for supplies. So now we can re-obsolete those, re-enable those, and we're good. Have I got the, hang on. No, I don't. Ooh, get over there. I just realized I don't have the event to unlock warp field precursors yet. So let's move here real quickly. There we go. Okay, there. So we can now research warp field precursors, which I'm going to actually go queue up right now. That's almost done. I was just going to go right, and I think I'll just leave that to finish up. Might as well. That's not too far off. How much to rush it? 8 grand? No. Save the money in the early game. Okay, so we got that. Now we want to go to this other rune too, because we might end up with something really good out of that. So move to there. The last game I played, the pre-warp era, with this mod, I ended up with a capital ship, like size 700, fully warp capable and everything. That was awesome. Because I want it, I won't get it again. But okay, so now we're researching warp fields. And we got treasure, no ship. Oh well. It's random what you get, so yeah, that was really cool. And of course I was wishing I'd been recording that one, but oh well. Anyways, what else do we need to... Did I get that little moon? No, I didn't. That construction ship might pick it up on the way by. Oh, that's our 97%. Yes, I would like to know what's on it. Well, hopefully the construction ship will see it on the way by. Maybe I can redirect that and make sure I get that. Okay. So we already know what these are. Just need to see what that is. Oops. Helps if I have the ship selected. And we'll move to there. Yeah, it's actually been a while since I've played this game. I've just sort of been picking away at it the last couple of days, but yeah, I was away from it for a few weeks. Actually played some other stuff. sure we get that on the way by. I don't know whether we will. I'd have to redo those designs if I got to stop him, and I think I'm going to have to. I guess there's no real rush to see what that is. I can bring that Explorer down maybe. Maybe I'll just queue that up because I think that other planet's the last one we got to do. So I'll just put that in the queue. So just right click, go down to queue, and then add that, and there it is, one queued. And we have a construction ship done. Okay. Now, there's silicon here, I think. Yes. And a luxury, Wyconium. Okay, well, we'll build a mining station there. Okay, railguns are done. And yeah, not too much in the weapons areas changed for me. I still go for the railguns and then the beams and then the missiles. So we'll enhance our beams. Go from seekers to maxes, or pulse to maxes. And in missiles, we'll go from seekers to concussion. And just have a quick look here. Yep, there we go. So it's dropped back down into the 300s. Like I said, I don't know why it spikes like that right at the beginning of the game, but it is misleading. So we definitely have enough. Well, we got 390, so we're definitely covering our potential. So that's not a big deal. And what do we got out here? Nothing yet. This will probably be some kind of, probably won't be fuel. Probably just argon and krypton and stuff like that. Nope. There's hydrogen and helium. Wow. Okay. So now he's going down to that continental planet now because that was a queued mission. Perfect. Can't quite get used to this color. I'm used to working with greens. But I thought I'd just change it up. Yeah, of course I went for that instead. Well, and we got a new troop general. So how are we doing with characters at the moment? Just the troop general is new. And you're still on counterintelligence. Okay. You're still the same. Nothing's changed there. And I am recording a bunch of these today, so that's something else that sort of slowed me down too on the Extreme series was sitting down every day to do this. Even if I sit down every few days and record a bunch is definitely better, because then I don't miss days or anything like that. Or many days anyways. Critical breakthrough on Maxis blasters. Perfect. Not that we're going to use them right away, but it'd be nice to have. Okay, I think this constructor's done. Yep. Okay, so let's just pause. I think for now, what we'll do is we'll come into the planner to actually put him to work, just to see what else is around. I get the feeling there's going to be good stuff on this Continental. So what I might do is maybe just bring him home for now rather than issuing another build order. Because he's got to go there anyways to pick up the stuff for that build. By then we'll know what's on that planet. Actually, he might pass right by it, getting back. Nah, not quite. No, he's heading sort of that way. Okay, there's our Maxis blasters. Now we're on to missiles. Hey, did we get... Yes, we did. We got medical. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we got it. Railgun. No, I guess the easiest way would be to come in here. And yeah, we got it. So I missed that message. So let's go into our spaceport. And let's go back to latest buildable. Bases, please. Thank you. And we will manually upgrade. And this is going to be a Mark II, but a Revision A. I'm just throwing a quick medical bay on it. And we'll save that. And small spaceport, and we will retrofit. And it's done. Okay. Kind of anxious to see what's on this. I'm guessing because my homeworld is so good, there'll be like next to nothing on this planet. But I could be wrong. We will see. Yeah. Rhaphidium male. It's a luxury, so that's not too bad. But yeah, next to nothing on this. I figured that. And we sort of got everything on our homeworld rather than spread out between two of them. So, okay, that's fine. We'll pick that up at some point. Okay. Oh, that's what I want to do with this, actually. I don't know what I'm thinking. I wanted to repair that instead. There. Okay. I don't know why I was heading back for a build when I wanted to do that. And Explorer ship is done. So I think we've pretty much explored everything as far as planets and moons. So I'm just going to actually automate him, and he can go around, look at all the asteroids and everything like that. And what else do we need to do here? I think we need to end this episode. We're at 32 minutes, so I'm just going to go with half-hour episodes for now. Things get hairy later. We might expand that time, but for now we'll go with half-hour. And yeah, I don't think there's much to even look at. We'll maybe have a look at our economy for a sec. We got one frigate, and that's the one we found. And saying it's costing us 0K, but I think it's under 1K is what that is. It's not a free ship by any means. Private sector's rocking, and we got a few bases and stuff going good. Okay, that's not looking too bad. Anyways, if you're still with me, thanks for joining me, and we'll catch you next time.